Hey, Bill Yarbrough here. Welcome to the Fort Dorchester football show. I'm standing in for Richard Todd. I'm here with the head coach and athletic director, Steve LaPrade. It's a Monday night, probably about 11 o'clock before we get this all wrapped up. But with the hurricane, Fort Dorchester was on the road tonight to Ashley Ridge. And Coach, it was like Yogi Berra said, it's like deja vu all over again. With the first quarter action, it seemed like we'd kick the ball off to them, take it from them, and go score a touchdown and do it all over again.
Yeah, it was good. You know, it's been a tough season. I mean, we played twice on Saturday. Now we played on Monday. You know, it's really tough for our team to get in some kind of rhythm. But, you know, I was proud of them. You know, we came off a loss with Gaffney. We've had, I can't even tell you how many injuries we've had. There for 3 weeks, we were without our first and second string quarterbacks. You know, we had to move other people in to play quarterback for a couple weeks, and so it was good. You know, we had Zoltan back tonight. He was probably 75-80%.
Good to see him back.
It was good to see him back, and of course Charles Watson is our backup quarterback. Charles got hurt before Zoltan did with a knee injury, so we got him back this week too. So, you know, those things. We had some guys, of course. You know, Trey Ryan has been our stud workhorse for us for the last few weeks, and you know, he hurt himself second quarter against Gaffney, so he was kind of lame. Didn't really play much tonight. Punted.
Well, he stuck it out for the whole game the last time.
We did.
Yeah, he needed a little bit of a break.
Yeah, he did. You know, and then we, you know, one of our running backs, Davion Brown, didn't play either tonight. So we got some guys back. We're still not where we want to be, but we're kind of getting there. You know, it was good to come out. Obviously, this is a region game, our first region game, and your region is what catapults you into the playoffs, and you get your seeding from there. So our guys knew today was very important. It's a region game. It's a Dorchester County game. That's one of our goals, obviously, is to try to win the county, which is us, Ashley Ridge, and Somerville. And, of course, the region, which is the same three, and West Ashley and Stall. So this was our first step for that. Like you said, it was good to come out first quarter. You know, they took the ball. They won the toss and took the ball, which kind of surprised me. I kind of figured they want to be on defense, but, you know, we got to stop. Defense went in there and got to stop. And of course, we came in, and I think we put, 21 points, I think, on the scoreboard the first quarter, or 14.
21-0 first quarter, so, yeah.
I know we had, you know, we ran the ball very well tonight. You know, Zion Reynolds was our workhorse. He's our stud, has been all year. You know, he's a senior, number 22. I think he eventually had like 27 carries on the night for about 160 yards. So, you know, he came in and I think got our first touchdown, I believe.
Sir.
Yep. You know,
and it was followed by Christian Wilson with number 85 with the point after. And it just repeated that like 3 times.
Yeah, and Christian, it was good to see him. You know, he's getting better and better, and it was good to see him come in there and kick very well. Well, I thought he did good. He made all his extra points. I think he kicked 2, maybe 3 in the end zone tonight on kickoffs. So he's a very good kicker. He's just kind of been fighting the mental thing a little bit. So it's a really good kid. So it's good to see him come in. So, you know, 21-0 after the first quarter.
You know, with the things that we've been through lately, I felt kind of vindicated. You know, so many people had talked about, but we've really been playing. I think that's what you wanted to do, was stretch the team.
It is.
Did. I think it was.
It is. I mean, you know, the injuries obviously hurt us, Bill, but, you know, but when you play in teams like we were, you know, you're going to have injuries, and that was probably the worst part. I think the competition, obviously, that was my plan, you know, and of course, if it works, I'm going to be a good coach. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be a bad coach, a fool. So it was good. You know, I don't think Ashley Ridge had given up more than maybe 10 points in any game. So it was nice to come in there and stick, 40,
I think
we
it
had
showed.
42 on them. And, you know, when you get ahead by 42 points, they run the clock. So it was good. I was proud of our team, and you know, so I was very, very happy with the first quarter.
So that's how it ended up. We 3 touchdowns, 3 points after, 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we'll be back for the second quarter highlights.
Okay, the coach of the week is Josh Smith. Josh Smith started here on B team. My first year, he moved down from the Greenville area. Him and his wife and 2 children. He came in here, he's done a fantastic job. He's now taking over the play calling here at Fort Dorchester, done a great job doing that, works his butt off with the running backs. You know, his wife and him both teach here at Fort Dorchester. His wife's in charge of the annual and all different things, Mariah, so it's, and then they got 2 lovely children. But Josh does a fantastic job for me. I appreciate everything he does on and off the field. If you're a Clemson fan, be happy. Josh played for Clemson back in the day, and but Josh Smith, you're my coach of the week versus Ashley Ridge.
2 years 24,000 miles Holt transmission service, home of the 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. My staff and I are here to help. Many repairs on transmissions are minor. If a major repair is required, the work will be done professionally by a qualified Holt transmission service technician. 2 years 24,000 miles Holt transmission service, miles of smiles.
Okay, Coach, after that just a blowaway there in the first quarter, DeAndre, remember,
92, yep.
he made the play after being held like that on it, you know. That
He's stud. You about have to hold him to block him. He's just, he is a stud. He had a really good game. You know, he blocked a punt for us in the first quarter. That's the 4th punt this year we blocked. That's huge. That's big. You know,
yeah,
Coach Walker.
He's hard to stop.
Coach Walker does a great job with the punt return team. So yeah, that was another heck of a play by DeAndre.
In the second quarter of the game, off, we come right out and score again.
Yeah, we did. We busted one down there and got on about the 1-yard line. Then we call it wedge play. We wedged it and they kind of clogged up the middle. So Zoltan took it and bumped it outside and got it. So, you know, that was, I guess Zion Reynolds had 3 touchdowns first quarter. And then Zoltan puts one in on a 1-yard run, and, you know, it's 28-0.
The second quarter.
Yeah, and we kind of, they didn't stop us too much. We kind of stopped ourselves. We got a pick, Daryl to pass, got us an interception on the 30-yard line. I think we had 3 turnovers tonight, which is good. You know, that's what you want. Defense leading in turnovers. We didn't turn the ball over at all, so that was, we were 3-0, so which is good. But we didn't take advantage of it. We ended up getting 2 back-to-back 15-yard penalties, and
that hurt us.
Yeah, it hurt us. We got behind the sticks and couldn't make a first down, and we went for it on 4th down and didn't get anything. So it was one of the few times they I guess we kind of stopped ourselves, and they stopped us. So I think going into the half, it was 28-0, which should have kind of been 35, but I'm happy with 28-0.
All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get going on the second half Fort Dorchester Coaches Show.
Okay, my defensive player of the week against Ashley Ridge is number 21, Aaron Lawrence, outside linebacker. He's a senior. Does a great job. Started for us for 2 years. Been in our program for 4 years. Great player, great student, great person. He had a heck of a game tonight against Ashley Ridge. Made some really good hits. Very physical guy when he wants to be. I hope he picks it up and uses his physicality all the time. He can play. He's a good ball player. I think he's got a chance maybe to play at the next level. So Aaron Lawrence, number 21, you're my defensive player of the week.
Starting the third quarter, we received the ball. We're on offense first, and
yeah, you know,
what's your thoughts?
Third quarter for us has been horrible all year long. Even in the games we won, we played horrible third quarter, offensively and defensively. We were just down. So it was great to see us come out. You know, we were ready to pull Zoltan at halftime. You know, he was at best probably 75, 80% tonight. So he hung in there.
He did.
So
good job.
we let him, I kind of wanted to pull him at half. I probably should have, but he asked, please, coach, let me stay in third quarter. So
he ends up throwing a
So
really nice pass.
he did. He
in the
threw a
end
great
zone.
one on the money. It was kind of funny. He bobbled the snap, and the ball was on the ground. But for some reason, Ashley Ridge's whole defensive line tried to cut our offensive line, so we're all pass setting, and there's no pass rush. So we're screaming at him, you got time, you got time. So he takes it, throws a strike in the end zone to Micah Anderson. I thought it was a touchdown. That was second quarter, made it 35-0.5. But we dropped the ball. Good play by their defensive player. So, you know, we come out, and first drive, you know, we go all the way down the field. And I don't know if you saw, we had a new number in there tonight.
Yes.
We moved Ryan Campbell up a couple weeks ago. He's a little ninth grader.
Number 44.
Just unbelievable runner. You know, obviously by playing last week and this week, you know, he scored 3 times on JV last week and scored twice tonight. So he scored 5 touchdowns. He'll be on the varsity.
Running right up the middle. I was impressed with him.
He's
not real big,
just
but
a
man,
football player. He's a football player. So I think he got loose and twice tonight, but he got loose in the third quarter and scored.
Yes.
So that came in, and of course Christian came in and kicked the extra point, so it made it 35-0.
So we'll be right back with to finish up the game with the fourth quarter action with head coach Steve LaPrade on the Steve LaPrade Coaches Show.
Okay, obviously it's hard when you put up 42 points against a really good team to pick an offensive player of the game. And really, when you see that we almost rushed for 300 yards, we had 6 rushing touchdowns, it's not that hard to pick who should be the offensive player of the game. That would be the offensive line. Those 5 or 6 guys, really at times we played 7 up front tonight. So you guys up front, big bodies is what we call them. The tight ends, 2 tackles, 2 guards, center. I appreciate what you did tonight. You moved some guys out of there. We were able to run the ball. We were able to run the ball last week. You're getting better and better. Just keep working. So the offensive line, you're my offensive player of the week versus Ashley Ridge.
So welcome back to the Fort Dorchester Coaches Show here with head coach Steve LaPrade, and we're starting out with the end of the game, the fourth quarter. We start out with Ashley Ridge gets the ball, and they actually drive pretty good, but it's with our second and third string. A lot of new jerseys out there, a lot of new players learning what's going on, and they actually get it down to our 10-yard line.
Yeah, well, it's good. You know, I told you, we're a very young team, especially up front, offensively, defensively. So you know, it's good to get some experience and get in there. And I was really proud of our guys. You know, Ashley Ridge still had their starters in, and I was proud of our guys. You know, they denied Ashley Ridge. They did. They got down there to the 10-yard line, got an offensive pass interference call, so I had to let them redo I had to take the penalty. I wanted to decline it, but I couldn't because they would have scored, so I had to take the penalty. Then we got another stop. I think we had a sack.
Yep, right at the end to stop that.
So it was good. It was great to see these guys play so hard. They deserve it because, you know, I tell them all the time how important backups are. You're a sprained ankle away, and you're getting, a lot of times you're on scout team, and that's what makes a difference in a good team and a great team. And they're starting to understand that. I feel like our team's starting to come together. You know,
it has to make you feel good about the depth, though, to know that you can bring that many off the bench. And
yeah, it does. It was good, you know. Then we got that stop, and then, you know, Brian Campbell, like I said, the freshman, he pops one for about 60 yards. I think he had over 100 yards rushing on 8 carries tonight.
Yeah, a phenomenal game.
Yeah, and that was against their good ones. So it was good to see him coming there. You know, he's going to be a really, really, really good player here at Fort Dorchester. So, you know, it was good between him and Zion. You know, they had almost 200 yards rushing. We had well over almost 300 yards rushing tonight. Like I said, Zoltan was probably 75% at best. We threw one long pass, and I think he had 5 attempts, completed 4 of them. Not for a lot of yardage. We just weren't going to throw the ball. So, you know, should be 100% next week. So we're looking forward to that. Charles, you know, he's going to be 100% too. So yeah, we got our quarterbacks back. Hopefully Trey will feel a little bit better. Hopefully our running backs will get better, and you know, hopefully we get everybody well this week.
And so we score one more time. It's Fort Dorchester's 42-0, and we pretty much go back and forth through the rest of the fourth quarter and down to the very end. 8.6 seconds left on the clock.
I know. You know, I mean, that's good. You know, Ashley didn't quit, and they had put some of their backups in there too. So, you know, you kind of want to pitch a shutout, but they scored with 8.6 seconds. You know, and it was a running clock. When you get ahead 42 points in South Carolina now, they run the clock. They don't stop the clock. So, you know, which is, I guess, a good rule. I guess you're on the other end of that. It's not too good. So.
Well, good. So next week, Goose Creek here at Fort Dorchester. Come out and support your team.